Chapter 27, Suspension Systems, Day 1, Video 5, Cushion and Air Suspensions. What we're looking at here is a cushion or a rubber block suspension. So we've got the same equalizer beam here that we'd showed before. So it's equalizer beam, or sometimes they call it a walking beam. Large amount of movement, so it's like the axles are walking back and forth. Or from the manufacturer, sometimes they'll call it, the manufacturer of this suspension is a Henriksen, so sometimes we'll call it a Henriksen suspension. So equalizer beam, walking beam, Henriksen suspension, all the same thing. Attached to the saddle assembly here is our rubber blocks. Those are bolted directly onto the frame. So if we look at the amount of movement that these rubber cushions would provide is very limited. So these are a heavy haul truck. We've got some torque rods up here that maintain the positioning of the axle in relationship to the frame. And then again, bolted to the frame. So from the cushion block down, standard walking beam suspension. Difference here is just in this rubber block. So again, a very heavy duty, heavy haul situation. So the frame rail comes through here, and these are bolted or riveted to the frame and then attached to the saddle assembly of the suspension. So case here on the left is a no load situation. The rubber is expanded out, and we've got this much clearance between the frame and the movement available with our suspension. Now to full load, as we put full load on it, the frame is pushing down and starting to compress these rubber blocks, and it starts to kind of bulge out and displace, and then resist more movement, because now the rubber is compressing and getting stronger and stronger. So if we look at the difference between a no load and a full load suspension, not a lot of travel there. So these are very heavy haul and not much suspension movement, so rough riding. Here we've got a air and torsion rod suspension. Axles coming across. So a lot of times we'll see these on maybe some axle trailers, or I'm sorry, some trailer axles. So we've got the axle coming across here, some torsion rods triangulating and locating the axle so that it doesn't move side to side or back and forth. And then the load carrying is accomplished by the air springs here, filling with air pressure, causing the frame to move up and then support more weight. And so we've got an elaborate system of links and pins and torsion bars and airbags and all that to cause this system to work.